The tournament was cool. Vegeta versus Goku was cool. You can even say Super Saiyan 3 was cool. But once you got into the fucking what the fuck was that thing called? What did they call their fusion again? It was Goten and Trunks. Was it God, what was it called? Does anyone care? I think that's a better question. Does anyone care? Why did they even put it into Fighter Z? Does anyone care? Think about it. Gotenks, Super Buu, Kid Buu, 46 episodes of that?
Minions have spawned.
It was 48 episodes in the... Oh my god. 48 episodes... Sorry, 68 episodes even in the filler list. I'm just saying. Twitch, I'm just saying.
Let me at 'em.
They could have shortened it by like 30 episodes. First off, Gotenks should have been like 5 episodes, okay? It should have been like, oh guys, we're gonna train. There's 1 episode. We're still training. Maybe even cut that out to 2 episodes. Start, you know, 3rd episode, we're fighting. We're too weak. 4th episode goes back to training, powers up. 5th episode gets defeated. Boom, 5 episodes, and then still stretching it out really hard in a Dragon Ball style. But it was like what? It was like 15 episodes of Gotenks? You could like stop watching, come back 3 months later, and you would have missed nothing.
Bring it
An enemy has been slain. Shut down. An ally has been slain.
Let me at 'em.
Gohan did surpass his father. Until Dragon Ball Super did a shitload of retcon, Mystic Gohan was by far the strongest character. I think only Vegeta was stronger than him, and not by much. Why didn't I flash auto? I honestly thought Pantheon was going to kill him on the next auto attack. Obviously I was wrong, but... Oh yeah, and when he beat Cell. There's another time he surpassed him.
Ready.
Yeah, you guys might remember Mystic Gohan beat the ever-living shit out of Buu. Which is exactly what Vegito did. So you can say Vegito did it harder, sure, but we are saying basically the two of them fused were barely stronger than just Mystic Gohan.
An enemy has been slain.
It's on.
Why don't I have 4 kills? What is Riot done to this game? He ambushed Mystic Gohan and beat him that way because the writers didn't want Gohan to win. You have to remember there's a lot of fuckiness in Dragon Ball Z where you kind of have to accept that plot shit happens and ignore it almost. Like, you basically have to ignore that things happen for the sake of power levels, just because a lot of times stronger characters will be beaten just because they're not popular. Let me give you another example. Frieza was supposed to actually be... Not supposed to, but it's often hinted that Frieza was actually stronger than Super Saiyan Goku, but rather that the Spirit Bomb had destroyed... Like, the Spirit Bomb had done so much damage to him that he couldn't maintain his powered up form.
Bring it on.
Ah, shit. You really can't flash that? I suppose I've never tried. I thought that would be flashable. Well, now I know, Twitch-chan. He's got Ignite, right? Yeah, so he can't do anything. Of course his Q went to Counter-Strike. They've never fixed that bug.
Rise, I'm back.
Yeah, wasn't there basically a line or something written that Frieza couldn't maintain his super strong powered up final form because the Spirit Bomb had done too much damage to him? And so that's why originally in the fight when Frieza went to 100% strength, he was actually beating Super Saiyan Goku. But then he kind of got beaten.
You have slain an enemy.
Let me at him.
Shut down. An ally has been slain. Killing spree.
Ready for battle.
That's what I'm saying, is that his final form, when he was ripped up and shit, he was beating Super Saiyan Goku. But then he
Shut down.
couldn't maintain it, started to depower, and then he couldn't hurt Goku anymore.
Let me at him.
Why do we need to know about power levels if it didn't matter? Well, power levels don't matter. That's the important thing. That's one thing you have to accept about Dragon Ball. For example, Vegeta was stronger than Goku in every way. Goku constantly used plot armor to get his way through the fight. And then at the end, it kind of just became a fucky struggle. Now people will say Goku beat Vegeta, technically, but you also have to remember they pretty much dropped hint after hint after hint that Goku was basically just wailing around and struggling throughout the entire fight, whereas until the very end, Vegeta wasn't even trying. The only one time Vegeta started to try is when he did Gallic Gun, where shockingly, he had to do Taioken times 10, at which point he was no longer able to fight really, because he had just done a Kaioken times 10, and that's why he couldn't fight after that. Dick move, man.
It's on.
Dick move, man.
Your team has destroyed a turret.
That's because Yajirobe was actually low-key the strongest. Really, though? Yajirobe was the strongest human until Dragon Ball Z.
Bring it on.
Yajirobe just didn't like the fight. That was actually his thing. He actually just didn't like the fight.
Your team has destroyed a turret.
Ready for battle.
Is Tien human? It's one of the things that always gets argued.
Surprise! I'm back.
They will greet you as heroes.
Chaozu. Now Chaozu's a vampire, right? Like that's not really an argument. Chaozu is 100% a vampire. They say that. Because that was back when Dragon Ball Z had vampires and werewolves and shit.
Your team has destroyed a turret.
Wait, they're buffing Fiora? Dear God, why? Isn't... I don't understand. Fiora is still being used competitively. Not competitively, but like at high and low Korea.
Let me.
They're undoing the Garen buff at the very least. It won't really affect anything. Why are you guys back here? We lane swapped.
Surprise! I'm back. It's on.
Shut down. An enemy has been slain.
Bring it on.
Please give a clap for the turret, Twitch chat. Good job, turret, in Season 8. Good job. You're very useful. Did a lot there.
Let me at 'em.
I feel like I could have kept going, too, with the Soraka.
Ready for battle.
That's because Dragon Ball was actually supposed to have an end point. And, it was supposed to be, like, Journey to the West with, like, the Monkey King and shit.
An ally has been slain.
And so Goku was originally supposed to be, you know, Wukong. I'm sad that they're reverting the Rise nerf. What a fucking bunch of idiots, man.
Surprise! I'm back.
Do 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 do. Why they buffing Fiora? Fiora is so broken. Why would they buff that champ? They shouldn't buff Fiora. She is so very dumb. They shouldn't buff Fiora. She is so very dumb. Fiora is not interesting. No, she is not interesting. She is very uninteresting. You know, when I saw Fiora changes on the PvE, I actually just assumed they would be nerfs. Because I was like, I see they're finally getting around to nerfing Fiora. Then it's a buff, and I'm like, maybe I'm not reading it right. And then I realized that Riot actually doesn't give a shit about League people. I mean, I guess it would just end. It would just end. No big Oh shit, they killed me. Oh shit, they killed my Carry. But the thing is, Shura doesn't beat tanks. Shura has and always will not be an anti-tank. She's an anti-bruiser.
Enemy double kill. Triple kill. Ace.
And that makes her design terrible. She beats bruisers yet is a bruiser. She beats bruisers yet is a bruiser. How can they allow that? Bruiser on bruiser violence. Hold on, I need to listen to one song right now. Wait. Wait. Ah, it's the good stuff.
Who's next?
Anyone remember that game Chrome Hounds? Chrome Hounds released around the time I bought this album, and I kept listening to this album while playing Chrome Hounds.
Slain an enemy.
Chrome Hounds, a perfectly good game ruined by terrible balance. Chrome Hounds, why you need to actually balance your fucking game.